I'm gonna give you the grips for it and the timer in a separate video, so here that is. Right when it gets over you, just make sure you put your arm on her hips so she doesn't fall off. It's very important. For the one-to-one, you always want to make sure you have a spot. That's the number one thing. Make sure the spotter is on your right side. If you have two, that's even better. The stunt can go anywhere, so just so you know that. Really, one of the biggest things you want to first think about is that you have the squat very low. So the flyer is going to dip, it's just going to reach over you just like a back handspring. And in the back handspring, she's gonna stay very low to the ground, and she keeps on reaching, she arches, but it's a tight arch. For the guy, in order for her to stay low, he has to get even lower than her. I go ass to grass. As many lifters might know that, but just get as low as you possibly can, and then just making sure, I don't like it when she leans really heavily on my arm in the beginning as you're standing there, because I feel like it wastes my energy. All I like her to do is just stand there, kind of relaxed, so I can be relaxed, and then I can put the power into it when I want to. Someone told me a long time ago that I had to wait really long at the bottom to stand up, which makes sense, but to the point where I took it too far, and then I was like, okay, I'll wait down here, and then I made it really choppy. What helped me more was, if you squat all the way down, that's enough time for her to get over you. If you do that, you don't have to wait, as the person was telling me I had to do, because I did squat all the way down and then I stayed down there even longer, and then, you know, she was already over me by that time, and then I tried standing up and it was just like two different pieces of a stunt. You want it to be very fluid and keep the momentum going the entire time. What you need to think about when you actually are throwing this skill, there's a lot of technical aspects to it, but the general concept of the one-to-one, it's not just strength, it's bumping the weight off of your shoulder, and then it makes it easy for you to finish with your one arm. You know, it's not, you don't have to be insanely strong to do the one-to-one. All you have to do is learn how to stand up really quick through your legs, and then you kind of keep your arm in this tight position on your shoulder, or right close to your shoulder, and this standing up with your legs and your arm pushing all at the same time. You don't throw too soon, you just kind of stand up with it. And doing that all at the same time allows you to bump the weight off of you without using much arm strength. It allows her to get her hips up faster, and she will pike over. And then all you have to do is finish through her hips. And it's so much easier to actually finish with the one hand. You really feel like you're strong. But it's all an illusion. It just rocks over you, bump the weight off as you stand up through your legs at the same exact time. And then you push through her hips and you follow through like a basketball hoop, and then you kind of dodge your head a little bit, and it's gonna happen naturally, so don't think about it too much. When you catch it, the biggest thing is to make sure that you finish just standing up, and then you stay up there, and then you just hit a QP position, body line, as best as you can and stay very tall. I mean, of course, all the time it happens that you catch it and then you fall back like that. If that happens, there's one of two things. Either you're looking at it, which is the most common thing that everyone says. I get told that all the time. I get it, I do that, but there's other times where it's something else, you know. It's the time where it doesn't quite finish from the bottom, right? The beginning is always the most important part of the stunt that makes everything else flow very nicely. So you have to make sure that this beginning is nice and quick and fast. She reaches over you as fast as she can. She has to stay low. If it's too high, then it's gonna get too hard to throw with your one arm. Then it actually feels like it's a one arm skill. And so you have to make sure all those things happen in order for it to stack at the very top. And if this doesn't happen, it might under rotate and she'll be at this angle when you catch, and that will push you out. It will look like you're looking at it, but really it pushed you out. So it's one of those two things. Either she lands up straight and then you're just like this and then it falls, or you really feel that momentum push you away. If you're trying to fix it, literally just go quicker in the beginning, have it stay low, make sure you feel that connection from this moment when it rocks over your shoulder, and you just have to make sure you keep pushing through her hips. Something that is so important that I have to think about is I continually push on her hips so it doesn't get loose, but keep this tension in my arm, and it's not hard to keep the tension because you're not like pushing her, you're not flipping her with one arm. You're just keeping the tension as she rocks over you, and then you stand up, and then that's when you just finish her last legs that she is pulling over in a pike position. Obviously the girl is gonna, I said this before, but she's gonna have a tight arch as she leans over you, and then she's gonna pull with straight legs as best as you can and pike over and pull with your abs and just see your feet land in his hands and then fold back up. That's basically everything I would say, and it should be pretty good. Give it a couple tries, always have a couple spots, and especially when you try it for the first time, and good luck. If you want more help on this stunt or other skills, and you don't really feel like you have the coaches, if you want to support me more, I have a Patreon, so I'm going to help people on the Patreon with their stunts more. I'll make in-depth tutorials just for you. It's up to you. If you want to do it, awesome. But if you don't want to, that's fine. So it's totally up to you. I'll just help you a little bit more. I appreciate it if you do that. Otherwise, doesn't matter. You can keep learning from these videos on YouTube, and I appreciate that. So, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. How was that? Message me on Instagram and I'll help you more if you want help. Dude, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for you, man. Thanks for watching.